Join us as we unfold the mysteries of the sacred and celebrate the presence of the divine. In the grand tapestry of existence, fate has aligned every thread so that you stand here, at this very instant, confronted with an undeniable reality. The stars themselves conspire to single you out as the destined champion to overcome an adversary. And with each blow you endure, every backstab, every whisper of malice, every display of seemingly senseless animosity directed at your brilliance, you advance toward fulfilling that solemn, preordained crusade. Not by chance has any of this occurred. Every smear tossed your way has spectacularly backfired. The architect of these rumors, who tried to poison minds against you before they even shook your hand, is witnessing their scheme crumble like a brittle facade. As people hear both sides and then meet you face to face, they're realizing the tales were either pure invention or so contorted that they've lost all resemblance to the truth. Those who once muttered doubts have now become your staunchest champions, rushing to tell everyone that their earlier verdict was wildly off the mark. Witnessing their own astonishment at how quickly their judgments flipped creates a jarring sense of dissonance in their minds. Yet this isn't merely a clash of personalities. It's a hidden contest played on a plane beyond sight and touch. Unbeknownst to them, every blow they strike at you is actually aimed at the very power that chose you, even as they're convinced they're striking you down. All of their falsehoods about you are being entered into a cosmic ledger that will eventually require payment. With uncanny accuracy, every modification they perform is reversed. They're learning that when you battle against someone that heaven has designated as exceptional, you're not just fighting that individual, but also the foundation of divine justice. Because you were born with something that cannot be produced, purchased, or imitated. Authentic spiritual authority. This is occurring to you precisely. This has nothing to do with religion or certain ideologies. It has to do with the frequency you produce that causes great discomfort to parasites and pretenders. The atmosphere of a room is changed by your sheer presence, making it impossible for falsehood to hold sway. Around you, people begin to speak the truth. Masks begin to come off. Secret motives come to light. They are so determined to destroy you before you can completely exercise your power because of this. They fail to realize that your ascent is actually being accelerated by their desperation. With every attack they unleash, you are propelled forward into your destiny like a booster rocket. The cosmos pulls you up the more they try to pull you down. It seems as though creation itself is outraged by their foolishness and reacts by giving you more favor in proportion to how much they despise you. See how this unfolds in your life. Every season of fierce resistance is followed right away by a breakthrough that has never been seen before. Someone who used to be close to you or as close to you made a terrible decision. The incorrect people were heard by them. They opted for short-term solace over long-term reality. The genuine relationship they had with you was subordinated to the opinions of people who promised them things they could never fulfill. Beloved friend, when you press the Super Thanks button and offer $20, $50, or whatever your heart leads you to give, you are activating God's promise of multiplication in your life. Whoever sows sparingly will also reap sparingly, and whoever sows generously will also reap generously. 2 Corinthians 9 verse 6 NIV. As you plant your seed today, you set in motion a divine cycle of provision, knowing God loves a cheerful giver, who trusts Him to supply all needs, according to His glorious riches in Christ Jesus. Philippians 4 verse 19 NIV. Tap Super Thanks now, release your gift, and anticipate a harvest of favor, abundance, and breakthrough in every area of your life. While their world, which is based on lies and compromises, is collapsing around them, they are now watching from the sidelines, while your life unfolds precisely as it was supposed to. The agony of knowing that they turned down gold in favor of fool's gold is something this individual has never expected. They are distracted by your tranquility, development, and ongoing success because they realize deep down that they made a mistake. While they suffer the repercussions of their treachery, they are witnessing others benefit from your presence. It's a delightful irony. They isolated themselves in an attempt to isolate you. By choosing peace over justice, because you believed it to be the spiritual thing to do, you have been holding back, being silent about things you have seen, and remaining silent about facts you are aware of. You have been shielding those who, if it suited their interests, wouldn't think twice about putting you under the bus. Select one. That season is coming to an end. The microphone is going to be handed to you by the universe, and the impact will be greater than you could have ever imagined when you eventually speak. You currently have evidence in the form of conversations you can recall verbatim, records you preserved for an unknown reason, and witnesses to events that others claim never happened. You've been a painstaking truth seeker, not with malice, but because you had a gut feeling that these receipts will be needed eventually. That someday is drawing near quickly. You are going to be called as the star witness in your own vindication, and the cosmic courtroom is getting ready. The fact that your quiet has been shouting louder than their words ever could is the most exquisite aspect of this magnificent comedy. You've been living your life with such consistency and integrity that their stories seem more absurd every time they tell them, while they've been rushing around trying to convince people that you're the issue. The biggest ally you have is now time. As each month goes by, it becomes increasingly clear who was speaking the truth and who was frantically attempting to steer a narrative that was never theirs to begin with. No amount of defamation can erase the masterpiece of character that you have been building during this ordeal. People have been observing how you respond to lies, how you deal with betrayal, and how you treat people who have wronged you. Your ability to remain composed under pressure has allowed you to write a testimony that is more powerful than any defense you could provide. Because of this, when the truth does come out, your vindication will not only cleanse your name, but also make you a role model. However, there is currently a change in the atmosphere. The evidence you have been secretly gathering, not out of retaliation, but rather from an instinctive understanding that the truth will eventually require witnesses, is about to come into focus. The players are finally in place, and the universe has been setting the stage for your vindication. The same individuals who attempted to quiet you will soon learn that your voice is more powerful than they ever thought. There will come a day when it will seem like divine intervention, which it is in essence. Something is going to come to light that will totally change the way you think about everything that has occurred to you. The carefully crafted story that has been crafted to portray you as the antagonist is about to crumble under the weight of indisputable proof. Yellow heart if you're moved by divine love. Now is the moment to share it. Click the Super Thanks button on YouTube and contribute $50 or more to help us broadcast God's blessings far and wide. Every act of generosity you make is being watched in heaven and will return to you 100-fold. The rate of change in public opinion will be astounding when this occurs. Before you even ask for an apology, people will start saying they're sorry for believing false information about you. Unbeknownst to you, your reputation has been growing. The lives you've altered and the individuals you've assisted are testimonials to your moral fiber. Even the allies of your adversary are beginning to wonder why someone would be so fixated on hurting someone who only seems to uplift others. No amount of slander can change the picture that the contrast is painting, which is becoming impossible to ignore. Ironically, your greatest marketing campaign has arisen from your enemy's infatuation with you. People who would never have recognized your name are now interested in learning more about you and the reasons behind your agitation, since they have been talking about you so much. Their animosity has turned into your marketing, their critique into your qualifications, and their resistance into your chance. Someone who knew you before all of this upheaval began is the one who has been keeping an eye on the entire scenario. They've been watching the campaign against you, but they've also been watching you overcome it so gracefully that it's been difficult for them. They are coming to the realization that they made the wrong decision, supported the wrong horse, and trusted the wrong narrative. They know better, and the guilt is killing them. Your heart has been seen by them. They have witnessed your sincere concern. They are aware that the individual portrayed in these rumors is quite different from the person they know in real life. This person has been struggling with their conscience and having restless nights because they know they must speak up, but are afraid of the repercussions. They have been silently witnessing injustice take place, and it has been gradually killing them. However, their breaking point is drawing near. A person with a conscience can only stand by and watch the truth be buried for so long until they feel obliged to unearth it. When their moment of bravery comes, it will set off a chain reaction of truth that will destroy all the lies that have been said about you. The impending breakthrough is about elevating, not just validating. Before going through this refining fire, you couldn't have handled the level of influence and impact that all of this opposition has been preparing you for. Every attack has been strengthening your spiritual muscles for the battles to come. Every betrayal has taught you about loyalty, and every falsehood about you has improved your discernment. You're entering a whole new phase of your destiny, not merely regaining your reputation. Your persecutors are unaware that they have been unknowingly carrying out the will of the cosmos. Every test they have given you has qualified you for higher levels of authority, and every trial they have put you through has prepared you for more responsibility. They were forging you into the weapon heaven required for the upcoming conflicts, even though they believed they were destroying you. The irony is exquisite. Your adversaries have unknowingly trained you to defeat forces much stronger than themselves. Some powerful people have been surreptitiously observing how you have responded to this persecution up to this point. They have been inspired by your dignity, impressed by your self-control, and persuaded by your constancy. They're going to give you access to opportunities that will make your adversaries squirm. Your greatest triumphs are going to be launched from the same platforms that they attempted to destroy you on. You are about to get the most support from the very communities that they attempted to turn against you. In the physical world, the financial breakthrough that has been developing in the spiritual world is about to materialize. You are about to experience an unnaturally rapid flow of money that has been withheld from you through sabotage and manipulation. Through divine intervention, opportunities that were previously closed due to human meddling are about to open up. Every obstacle put up to block you from experiencing the abundance that is properly yours is about to be overpowered, and the individual who planned so much of this mayhem is going to have to deal with the fallout, which will make it very evident to all parties involved what actually transpired. The evidence the universe has been using to disprove them is far more extensive than anything you could have discovered on your own. They are about to reveal their pattern of behavior with other people. They are going to reveal their methods of manipulation. Your vindication will become indisputable as their actual nature is soon to be exposed. Everyone who assumed they knew how this story would finish would be shocked by your answer when all of this is revealed. Because people who are chosen like you work from a place of healing rather than retaliation. Your purpose was to prevent them from destroying others, not to destroy them. Your goal was cosmic justice, never personal vengeance. Your grace in triumph will be much more potent than your strength in suffering when the truth is revealed. The folks who supported you throughout this difficult time will soon realize how fortunate they were to see your character under duress. They will come to understand that they were standing alongside someone the universe had selected for greatness, not just a friend. They are eligible to participate in your triumph phase because of their loyalty during your testing period. These people are going to be rewarded for their loyalty by being exalted with you, and the relationships created in this fire will endure for a lifetime. Those who turned against you or abandoned you, meanwhile, are feeling something unexpected. Regret. The deep regret of knowing that they abandoned something genuine in order to pursue something phony. Not merely the superficial sorrow of making a mistake. Realizing that they exchanged gold for fool's gold. They watch you thrive without them. Some of them are scared because they know they don't deserve your forgiveness, but they are getting ready to swallow their pride and try to make things right. What you've been going through has a generational component. Your resistance to accept treatment that undervalues you is breaking patterns of abuse, manipulation, and control that have been passed down through family lines. Because you made the decision to heal rather than continue the dysfunction, The trauma cycles that have been recurring for decades are coming to a halt. The stance you've taken at this pivotal time will leave your children, whether biological or spiritual, with an entirely different legacy. By documenting their deceit, your enemies have unwittingly contributed to their own demise. Every lie they have told has been captured on tape. Every manipulation they have carried out has left digital traces, and whenever they have contradicted themselves, someone has been taking notes. Without your intervention, the evidence against them has been building up on its own. The amount of evidence will be tremendous when the revelation occurs. Relationships that endure this purification process will be more resilient than anything you have ever encountered. Those who supported you during your most trying times have earned your utmost confidence. These relationships are being formed in a spiritual fire, forging ties that are impervious to manipulation, rumors, or outside pressure. You're adding family members who have selected you on the basis of your character rather than your convenience, in addition to maintaining your current circle of pals. In the meantime, your accusers have been more severely affected psychologically than they have admitted. The mental energy required to keep their stories straight has been draining them, and the constant effort required to maintain lies is tiresome. Their tranquility has been eroded by the shame of knowing they are taking part in injustice. The stress of living against the truth is causing some of them to suffer from bodily symptoms. Their bodies are rejecting the falsehoods that their minds are attempting to uphold. Throughout the entire experience, there has been spiritual teaching that goes beyond your personal development. Whether as an ally or an opponent, everyone involved in this play has been learning about the nature of truth, the strength of character, and the consequences of decisions. While some pupils have been recalcitrant, others have been cooperative. However, the curriculum has been the same for all. Actual strength versus manufactured dominance, true love versus emotional exploitation, and legitimate power versus manipulative control. Every word you chose not to say in defense of yourself has strengthened the words you will eventually say, and your silence amid the most furious attacks has been creating something potent in the spiritual atmosphere. The impact of your final response has increased with each response you withheld. The strength that is built up inside your voice will be so overwhelming and unstoppable that it will burst when you finally speak up. This method has given you important insight into human nature. You can now identify manipulation techniques from a distance, see jealousy masquerading as concern, discern between sincere criticism and deliberate devastation, and tell the difference between those who are teachable and those who are just destructive. You will benefit greatly from these abilities as you assume more responsibility and influence. People who initially disagreed with you have been instinctively trying to win your approval while openly criticizing you, which is an intriguing occurrence. They have been keeping an eye on your reactions to their attacks in an attempt to get attention or approval. They've been analyzing your actions, striving to figure out what's causing you to be at peace, and obsessing over your accomplishments while working to discredit them. Despite their resistance, this paradox shows how much they crave what you stand for. Anyone will be unable to attack you through official channels because of the professional and legal protections that are about to be placed around you. Once more, opportunities to express your truth with audiences who can affect systemic change are becoming available in institutional contexts. Your voice will soon be heard through systems that your adversaries cannot interfere with or tamper with. You are about to benefit from the exact systems that they believed would operate against you. Your narrative will soon serve as an example of divine justice that will motivate future generations. People will learn how character overcomes conspiracy, how spiritual laws override human deception, and how truth eventually triumphed in the face of great opposition. Your story will serve as a model for those who are targeted in a similar way, demonstrating to them that those who uphold their integrity will not only succeed, but also triumph. As the last parts of this cosmic puzzle come together, know that your vindication will come so clearly and forcefully that nobody will be able to dispute it. Even your most ardent adversaries will be compelled to admit what has occurred because the truth will be so clear, the evidence so compelling, and the reversal so total. Your reputation will be restored, not just among friends, but also among strangers who will specifically seek you out due to the way you handled this trial. Your name will be cleared, not just in whispers, but in pronouncements, and your character will be restored, both publicly and privately. Here, where it started, the circle closes, yet everything has changed. Although you have already chosen a name for yourself, you now know what it truly means. It's your authority as well as your identity. It's your obligation, not simply your reputation. It's what heaven has called you to be, not simply what people name you. The attacks were always intended to forge you, not to destroy you. The goal of the persecution was to define you, not to defeat you. You have been selected, and everyone who has ever questioned your choice is about to see it clearly. The change is finished. This is your moment. You are not required to grant access again just because you are able to forgive. It's possible to let go of grudges without repairing relationships. You can send someone well wishes from a distance without extending an invitation to get closer. You've learned from this experience to distinguish between having a good heart and having bad limits, as well as between being loving and being foolish. There will be return efforts soon. The people who once opposed you are going to come back to you with excuses and regrets. They will assert that they were duped, misinformed, or perplexed. While some of these assertions will be sincere, others will be calculated attempts to set themselves up for the success they believe is imminent. You will be able to tell the difference between genuine remorse and opportunistic positioning with laser-like accuracy because your discernment has been refined. Dove brothers and sisters, everything done in faith multiplies in God's abundance. Use the Super Thanks feature to donate $100 today and join this sacred mission. When your roots are grounded in Him, your fruit will flourish, and your offering becomes a seed that bears blessed harvests. Your voice has never held as much weight as it will now. People will listen to you with respect and attention that will surprise you when you ultimately decide to share your side of story, which you will do because the truth must be heard. The impact of your final remarks has only been strengthened by your silence over this time. The expectation for your truth has grown with each falsehood about you. Every rumor that has been circulated about you has helped your reality gain traction. Your vindication is coming at a well-timed moment. It's not occurring too soon for folks to write it off as defensiveness. It's not too late, even though many may have moved on by then. It's taking place at the precise moment when the greatest number of people will see the reality and take the necessary lesson away. An entire community is about to learn from your circumstance the value of genuine character and the perils of believing rumors. What's going to happen, however, will not only clear your name but also position you as an authoritative figure in your field. When people need to know the truth about a problem, they will start to come to you. People will want to follow your judgment, appreciate your viewpoint, and want your approval. Your journey from someone people spoke about to someone they come to. Everyone around you will soon be able to see the mystical protection that has surrounded you during this experience. It will turn out that what appeared to be chance or coincidence was actually divine intervention. The strikes that ought to have destroyed you, but for some reason didn't, will be acknowledged as proof of divine favor. Your adversaries will have to admit that you are unique and that no matter how hard they try, they cannot alter or tarnish it. Your adversaries are about to discover the harsh reality that when you oppose someone the universe has selected, you are not just opposing that individual, but also the force that made that decision. Every weapon created against you has not only failed to succeed, but it has also backfired on its creators. Not only has every mouth that rose against you in judgment been shown to be false, but it has also been revealed to be the deceitful tongue it always was. Heaven has been constructing an evidence vault for you, and it will soon be unlocked. What were once believed to be private conversations are going to come to light. Things that have been hidden in the shadows are about to come to light. With explosive power, the truth that has been repressed by coercion and threats is ready to emerge. When this occurs, everyone will be stunned by how quickly and thoroughly you have been vindicated. Your name will soon be spoken in public with respect by the same individuals who have been whispering about you in corners. The same people who attempted to minimize you will soon see you ascend to a level of grandeur they never imagined was conceivable. The indisputable proof of your genuine authority is about to silence the same voices that tried to lessen your influence. And you'll comprehend why you had to experience everything exactly as it happened when you're fully vindicated, when all the lies are exposed and the truth is made clear. You were set up for this breakthrough by every betrayal, for this victory by every attack, and for your elevation by every moment of persecution. There is much more going on here than just personal vindication. A broader awakening that is permeating the general consciousness is linked to your breakthrough. Similar patterns of persecution, followed by vindication, are being experienced by other chosen people who are dispersed around the world. At the same time, the universe is empowering truth-tellers worldwide, building a network of genuine voices that are impervious to corruption and silencing. Your personal triumph contributes to the cosmic rebalancing of light and dark. People that spent time with you left in different ways, even if they were unable to explain why, because of the contagious energy you've been radiating. Others have been subtly reprogrammed to choose integrity over benefit, authenticity over approbation, and truth over comfort by your frequency. Your adversaries instinctively saw that your influence was growing like wildfire through their meticulously crafted matrices of deceit, which is why they have been so anxious to stop you. For months, some of the people who initially bought into the lies about you have been suffering from cognitive dissonance. They have been experiencing you in their dreams, having sudden epiphanies when they question what they were told, and realizing that the stories they were told didn't match the energy they sensed from you. The lies that were erected around your persona are beginning to show signs of weakness as a result of these internal conflicts. These folks will be more relieved than surprised when the truth is revealed, because they have been waiting for approval to believe their own gut feelings about you. You've been preparing for duties that go well beyond your current situation by working on yourself during this time of seclusion. You've been honing your spiritual warfare techniques, which will be crucial in the bigger conflicts that lie ahead. You will need the skills you have developed, the discernment you have acquired, the boundaries you have learned to set, and the inner strength you have developed to assist others in overcoming comparable challenges. Glowing star yearning to witness God's miracles firsthand? Plant your spiritual seed now by contributing $100 or more through the YouTube Super Thanks button. Your offering lights the path for others and echoes through His divine plan, bringing His light into every step you take. To free those who are caught in the same patterns of control and manipulation, you must first free yourself.